Imagine you are this man. Look at your tense face. Feel the exhaustion. It's not the exhaustion of a long day at the office. It's the exhaustion of survival. You are sweating because you are running. You are running because something wants to kill you. Run! Don't stop! Imagine what happens if we put your modern day side by side with 24 hours in the life of a Homo sapiens.
The alarm rings. You jump out of bed in the dark. Your heart races before you even open your eyes. Your ancestor, 75,000 years ago, woke up gradually with the sunlight. We have always believed that life in the Stone Age was a brutal and constant struggle for survival. But anthropology says otherwise. Science reveals an uncomfortable truth about your work. Classic studies, such as the one by anthropologist Richard Lee, proved that hunter-gatherers needed to work only 15 to 20 hours a week to meet all their needs. That averages out to 3 to 5 hours a day. Men could hunt for 2 days and rest for the remainder of the week. Women could gather enough food for 3 days in a single morning. The rest of the day, they owned their own time. They slept, dedicated themselves to art, and to the tribe.
Fast forward to the present. The bare minimum expected of you is 40 hours a week, plus long commutes and endless obligations. The result? Chronic stress. A Cambridge University study on ancient populations transitioning from foraging to agriculture confirmed it. Agrarian and later industrial work destroyed free time, increasing the workload by 10 hours a week and drastically reducing leisure. Modernity didn't set you free. It optimized your exhaustion. The clock strikes 3 p.m. You are physically still, but your brain is on fire. Evolutionary biology explains why we are so anxious. On the ancestral savanna, stress was acute, intense. A predator appeared, your cortisol spiked, you fought or fled. Minutes later, if you were still alive, you were resting in the shade of a tree. Stress had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky explains this brilliantly in Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. Our ancestors didn't suffer from anticipation. Today, the lion has been replaced. It's an urgent email from your boss, a smartphone notification, looming debt. The physical danger is gone, but your body reacts exactly the same way. You are constantly bathed in stress hormones, bracing for an attack that never comes.
In the middle of the afternoon, while you stare at spreadsheets trying to survive this overload, what was your ancestor doing? He rested. He sharpened tools, drew on cave walls. He mastered the art of simply watching nature. Throughout human evolution, our dopamine circuits adapted to reward rare effort, like finding food. They were not built for the endless, cheap reward loop of social media. The modern afternoon is not a test of productivity. It is a direct assault on your neurology. We killed boredom, and in doing so, we destroyed our peace. The sun sets. You lock yourself inside an apartment. Why does the silence of the modern night feel so crushing? Try to visualize a campfire on the savannah. Thousands of years ago, when night fell, there were no walls. There was no isolation. The darkness brought predators, and Homo sapiens' only defense was the fire and the tribe. Neuroscientist John Cacioppo proved that the feeling of loneliness is not a character flaw. It is a biological alarm. Just as physical pain warns of an injury, loneliness is your brain warning you that you are unprotected. And in prehistory, being alone meant being unprotected, and consequently, death. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer Hrdy demonstrates that we evolved under the model of cooperative breeding. We were forged to have dozens of familiar eyes and hands around us at all times. But today, we build concrete boxes we call homes and normalize isolation. The extreme privacy we seek today is a biological anomaly. Throughout the evolution of our species, we have become increasingly territorial and individualistic, forcibly distancing ourselves from our primitive DNA. Think of your ancestor at night. Around the fire, there was no hierarchy. There was storytelling, synchronized heartbeats, an absolute family safety net. Now look at you, bathed in the blue light of your television, surrounded by thousands of neighbors you don't know, feeling a hunger that food cannot satisfy. The hunger for belonging. Soon, you fall asleep lonely, or with the feeling of being lonely. Your 24-hour day ends here, and the scientific conclusion is harsh, but liberating. You are not broken. The environment is. Modern life feels wrong for a reason. You are a tribal organism, forged for touch and for fire, locked in a cage of digital isolation. There is no going back in time. But understanding your biology changes the game. It changes your game. Stop blaming yourself for failing to adapt to a world your DNA rejects. Your anguish is not a neurological flaw. It is your survival instinct demanding to go home.